Deep in the dark recesses of my mother's closet, I found a treasure. A collection of over 100 years of artifacts, published curricula, teaching resources, and associated materials on Jewish culture, literature, theater, and language. All from foreign countries and in different languages, dating back to the beginning of the 20th century. I'm Avi Hoffman, and my challenge is to unravel the mysteries found within the Hoffman Archive. My great-great-uncle, David Shmulevich, affectionately known as Didya, kept a stunning 800-page diary written entirely in the Yiddish language. Beginning on July 18th, 1914, and ending on January 20th, 1929, he writes in painstaking detail about his experiences fighting as a soldier against the Germans in World War I, the war to end all wars. This exceptional artifact was bequeathed for safekeeping first to his nephew, Chaim Shmulevich, my grandfather, and then to my mother, Miriam Hoffman. The enormity and fragility of the artifact makes it impossible to explore and translate the contents in depth without the professional facilities available in the Special Collections Department at the University of Miami Richter Library.
We have several libraries in the system, but the Richter Library is kind of the nerve center for libraries at the university. The Special Collections program here is actually part of our Heritage Collections program. So it includes, in addition to special collections, university archives, and the Cuban Heritage Collection. The role of these three, and then special collections in particular, is to document the experience of South Florida, the Caribbean, and the place of Miami in that space.
My goal is to uncover the mysteries inherent in the amazing journey of the diary, from the Russian front lines to the Bronx, and uncover the secrets in Uncle Didya's life story and the historic context of World War I and its aftermath.
It's really an important piece of a new collecting initiative in special collections around Jewish history and culture that's been spearheaded by the head of special collections and that I'm working to support in my role as dean. But this one, for me, has been particularly impressive in the kind of hybrid scope of the material that's in it. The first piece of it is obviously the linguistic component, the Yiddish component, so that presents for us a welcome challenge in thinking about interpreting and providing access to the material, but really the scope in terms of history and the type of material that's involved is impressive. Anyone who sees it will have the same kind of response to it. It's such an amazing piece, and the story of its creation is amazing as well. And I think for us, that's really a very large measure of what we think about when we think about the unique value of the collection. But its scope is really strong. The diary of the Polish soldier from World War I.
This is from March 29, 1915. We gather in front of the church around 6 p.m. Every soldier carries 2 loaves of bread and 2 cans of sardines. The higher we climb, the colder it gets. I curse the moment that I was born. I'm tired. My strength gives out. The cold is unbearable. We see the enemy positions. The trenches are made out of snow. Thousands of frozen and freshly killed soldiers lie about and are being eaten by vultures. We continue to climb. I suddenly see enemy soldiers standing with outstretched weapons ready to shoot us. I shudder and I ask my friend how the enemy got so close without us hearing them. He tells me not to worry, since these enemy soldiers have been standing in this exact position for weeks since they came up the mountain. They all froze to death, and they remain standing, stiff and dead. When daybreak came, we descended the mountain.
That is one of the elements of this that is very attractive, is it does have this broad sort of subject appeal, from the arts to literature to music. I mean, it's really broad in scope.
The story and characters range from the author of the diary, a Polish Jew enlisted to fight on the Russian front against the Germans, to those who protected the artifact, to the many faculty members who made this collection possible, and even former President Dr. Julio Frank and his wife Dr. Felicia Marie Knell, who attended the Richter Library handover event on August 30th, 2023.
I think the interdisciplinary research potential is very clear, particularly in adjacency with other materials we have in our collection. And as we over time are able to digitize pieces of this, enabling scholars not just at the university here, but globally, to be able to engage directly with the corpus and create new knowledge from their experience of it. We've talked about digitization as one approach to making sure that content is available. So that is something that is definitely a priority for us with this collection, is making sure that it's made available through our own digital collections, but our own digital collections connect to other bigger worldwide digital collections. So the other thing that we do is we support in the libraries an active exhibition program. We find ways to expose the content through exhibits and also working with faculty in interested departments who want to host seminars or colloquia or conferences around particular themes. And those are opportunities to also bridge information that is available locally and bring scholars in more broadly through those networks that the faculty themselves have access to, and surface and promote awareness of the resources like this collection. And the broader collection that we see it as a part of Jewish history and culture is something that is very important to us. And in this particular moment in world history, we feel strongly committed to making sure that the themes that are represented in this collection are exposed, and we preserve them for memory, but we want to make sure they're a part of the active life and active learning of the students here, and the role of faculty is important in that, and the libraries as a promoter of awareness of that history at this moment in time is particularly, I think, important.
The Hoffman Archive is now safely stored in the Special Collections Department at the University of Miami Richter Library, and will be preserved and digitized so that its mysteries can be explored and made available to the world.